Yeah, I wonder what Dak Attack gonna say about this indeed. Y'all commented that? Cause y'all already knew it was coming, bruh. Let's get into it. CD. Oh, CD. The verdict is in. I think I'm off of CeeDee Lamb, y'all. CD is now at a deficit with the Dak Attack show because he gonna have to show me now, bro. There's just too many things piling up, one after another, that lets me know that, bro, CeeDee Lamb just really may not be who we want him to be as a fan base. Either way, QB1 had some strong words about the comments made about the tour at the Star being a distraction for the Dallas Cowboys and inhibiting them from winning, and CeeDee Lamb chimed in as well as Micah Parsons. Let's get into that. As we also discuss, one of our players has went down for the season with an ACL injury, and we may have some help on the way for the running back room this upcoming week against San Francisco. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe as we are hurtling towards 25,000. Be part of that first 25K, man, because we going all the way to 100K. Don't subscribe after we hit 100K and be like, I was here from day one. No, you wasn't. You wasn't subscribed. I don't care if you're watching or not. Let's get into it. All right, so Patrick No-C Walker is reporting Dak Prescott was asked if the Cowboys allowing tours of the facility creates a distraction and if it's the difference between wins and losses. An unequivocal reply followed. Full answer below. Now, before I read this, I want y'all to pay attention to what Dak says. And then I'm going to read what CeeDee Lamb had to say, and y'all going to see why I said what I said at the beginning of the show, man. Either way, Dak said, I mean, for one, it's all I know. I'm not going to let a couple of people touring the building distract me. I'm present where I am. I think simply, honestly, I feel like it's an excuse. It's being a professional. You've got to embrace it. Think about the excuse part. You've got to embrace it. I mean, honestly, to me, you can walk by and you can have a negative mindset about it and allow that to ruin your day, or you can be thankful that you're an organization that people want to see. Come on, man. That right there is the perfect mentality for any Dallas Cowboy that walks into this building. That's the way you have to think about all the extra noise and attention the Cowboys get, because that's exactly what the truth of the matter is. You have to be thankful that you're in an organization that people want to see, period. In fact, all the people in the world want to see the Dallas Cowboys, unequivocally. So as a player and the opportunities as that provides, as a businessman as well, you got to be thankful for that, bro. You got to take those little negatives for some guys and just suck it up, because at the end of the day, those same little negatives are also part of the reason why you guys can be so successful in your post-career out here in Texas, or especially in Dallas, right? So I don't want to hear anything about that, and this right here is the exact mindset you need to have. He went on to say, obviously, they can't talk to you, they being the tourists. So if you feel like a zoo animal where it's like sometimes, yeah, I bark back and I say, hey, and you just keep rolling, bro. I'm not going to allow a couple of people through the workplace just to distract me. It's easy to focus on what you want to focus on, if that's your mindset. All of this stuff Dak is saying is going to be very, very detrimental to CeeDee Lamb's response. If that's the case, then the crowd's a distraction when you get out there, and that is 100% a fact right there. It's the NFL. It's a business, and those exact reasons are the reasons that this game is entertaining, that people want to watch it, that you have the fans that you have, and you can create the relationships. I mean, if you're distracted by that, then you're distracted by the fans in any arena you get into, or you're distracted by the physicality guys might play you with, or you're distracted by what opposing players may be saying to you to get into your head. Why am I saying all of that? Dak Prescott nailed this on the head, and this right here is why he's the quarterback of America's team, y'all. Dak Prescott said everything I've been saying over the last couple of days as it pertains to this particular conversation, and he really hammered it home. As the leader of the team, as the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, he's letting you know what that tour deal is about, bruh. He's telling you, bruh, it's not that deep. It's easy to be focused on the things that you want to be focused on. If you're going to let a tour distract you, then you're obviously going to let fans in opposing stadiums or other players or whatever it may be. You're going to let external things distract you anywhere you go or anywhere you're supposed to be performing, right? Anywhere you're supposed to be working, right? You can't tell me a facility tour is distracting you from lifting weights, but angry fans yelling obscenities at you at an away game isn't distracting you when you're over there on the sideline waiting for the offense to go back on the field. Why am I saying that? Because CeeDee Lamb absolutely just lost me today, y'all. After hearing what Dak Prescott just said, this is what CeeDee Lamb had to say. CeeDee Lamb on if tours at the Star are a distraction. Sometimes that's all I'm going to say. Hey, man. Hey, that answer right there should let you know everything you need to know about CeeDee Lamb, bro. His answer should have been in line with Dak Prescott, the leader of that team. But now when we read that article about the Cowboys having some type of leadership committee that was actually discussing the tours at the Star, wasting time discussing tours at the Star, now I'm not so sure CeeDee Lamb wasn't a part of that. I'm not so sure he wasn't a part of one of the guys in that soft-ass committee complaining about a couple of people touring the Star. And again, it's not like the tour is specifically dedicated to following the players around. It's a situation where in happenstance, you may or may not come across a player throughout that tour, y'all. So CeeDee Lamb saying this, that lets us know all we need to say about CeeDee Lamb's mentality. And everything that Dak Prescott just said negatively about the players and what they're made of, that do let that be a distraction, you can now apply that to CeeDee Lamb. And I think it's laughable that this is what CeeDee Lamb says right after Dak Prescott said what he said about the tour. So I guess everybody's right again. Some of these guys do let the tours be a distraction. Some of these guys see the tours for exactly what they are. But the guys that are letting tours be a distraction, I would go to what Dak Prescott said. Maybe they don't have strong enough mental makeup and strong enough focus on the mission at hand that they need to have. Maybe they are going to let away crowds distract them at games. And maybe there's reasons why we see people like CeeDee Lamb consistently get taken out of games from a mental standpoint, and then he's telling us a tour at the Star is a distraction. Bro, CeeDee, man, I'm not going to say anything else. I got to really control myself here because I really want to go in on CeeDee, bro, because I'm just tired. I'm tired of the single mom energy you permeating, bro. That single mom energy is contagious, bro, and I don't want you infecting none of the other players on this team with that BS, CeeDee. First, we got the pouting and all the temper tantrums and stuff on the sideline. Then we got you getting punked in games by guys that are playing physical with you. Then you out here getting mad at the media and doing all this weird stuff. Bro, CeeDee, bro, you're losing me. You're losing me, and I'm gonna be real. I don't know how anybody is just a stone cold football fan, bro. Forget being a D-rider for any of these players, bro. Forget trying to agree with these players because your favorite player said it, bro. If Dak Prescott would have said what CeeDee Lamb just said, I would have ripped into Dak too, and I would have lost a little bit of faith into Dak Prescott as far as his makeup as a leader of this team, bro. I don't care. I'm not trying to be these dudes' friends. I'm not trying to get up next to these dudes, bro. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. This right here is weak. It's soft. And right now, it is the microcosm of what's wrong with CeeDee Lamb. Real talk. Now, getting to the rest of the news, because we're still talking about this tour at the Star stuff and it's been way too long. We should not still be talking about that, y'all. The Cowboys lost another tight end to a season-ending ACL injury in his left knee on Wednesday's practice. This was John Stevens Jr. He missed last year with the same injury in the same knee. He has surgery coming up. He has yet to make his debut for the Cowboys. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. He may never make a debut. At this point, I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, I feel sorry for John Stevens. Oh, what was him? Hey, we talking football, bro. It may be time for him to hang it up. At this point, I wish the best for the dude, but I'm not about to sit here and act overly sad on behalf of this man, bro. He has not contributed to the team, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I've developed any type of allegiance or soft and warm, fuzzy feelings towards John Stevens, bro. Speedy recovery. Hope everything is well for you, but I'm going to be real, bro. Getting injured 2 times in a row with the same injury without ever making your debut for a team, that smells like you don't need a roster spot anymore, bro. You're just taking up a 53-man spot that somebody else could have had, a healthier player. Now, I know that's harsh, but that's keeping it a buck, bro. He just hasn't helped the program, so best of luck to John Stevens, but, man, come on, man. It's time to wrap up this project. It's starting to turn into a Rico Gather situation. Now, we lose John Stevens Jr. We may be gaining a running back in our running back room. Dalvin Cook was seen working with the running backs today at Dallas Cowboys practice, and that means that Dalvin Cook could possibly be slated to come up and move up from that practice squad and get activated for the first time this season. it would be a very, very welcome addition to a running back room that severely needs some help. Rico Dowdle and Ezekiel Elliott, they have just not given you the burst and explosion that you need in your backfield to be able to really play a complementary game of football. So hopefully Dalvin Cook, a guy that has a little bit less burn on his leg than an Ezekiel Elliott, but still has that burst, still has some explosiveness. Hopefully he could come in and really show that at age 29, he still has something to offer a team, just like the rest of these running backs in the league that are 28, 29, 30 years old, and they're all still balling, y'all. So we got to start moving away from that 30-year-old deal. I think Todd Gurley and Ezekiel Elliott's of the world kind of scarred us with that, but we have to realize those dudes were literally run like Tonka trucks, bro. They were run over and over and over again into the ground. So there's a reason we saw them degrade as fast as they did. I think Dalvin Cook is still going to be a useful piece on a team that's trying to develop a run game or solidify a run game, and I think that Dalvin Cook is going to be an excellent change of pace back to put in there after Rico Dowdle. I'm gonna be honest. I'm over the Zeke. I'm over the Zeke snaps, y'all. I'm over the Zeke snaps. He's not really giving us much right now. Save him for as a goal line back or something. But other than that, we need Dalvin Cook and Rico in there, guys that can separate and run away from some people, right? But either way, that rounds up Dallas Cowboys news for the day. Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about the Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb comments? And did those comments from CeeDee Lamb make you feel the type of way towards him like it did for me? Maybe I'm overacting, but I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm just a little bit old school when it comes to sports and how I look at sports and how I look at my athletes that I really admire, right? And I idolize, because I don't idolize nobody. How I look at my athletes that I admire as far as how they go about doing their business, bro. CeeDee Lamb is not displaying none of those qualities. And it's crazy to me that you can sit there and say a stadium tour is a distraction, but having a Funko Pop commercial filmed in the middle of the season, or, you know, doing a whole holdout thing and posting cryptic messages and all that stuff isn't a distraction, right, CD? So you got this Funko Pop commercial that came out at the beginning of October. When was this filmed? At the beginning of October. You were releasing Instagram quotes and pictures and stuff that had people asking the team questions about when you would come back, what those pictures mean, and all that stuff. You did a whole holdout, bro, when you probably didn't have to hold out, because I think Jared would have gave you money regardless. You should be the last person talking about distractions, especially when it comes to something as minimal as a tour at the facility. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. You should be the last person talking about distractions, bro. We stink them same old Cowboys.
Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still them boys? Y'all usually check on me. Listen. I'm still them boys.